and he's got a tough customer in Corey Baze, a junior from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, with a record of 36-2. And now, the voice of Lehigh University Wrestling for the 19th consecutive season, Larry Sheridan. Larry?
Okay, coming out is Corey Baze, ranked, I would say, 3rd in the country at this weight class. First time Lehigh wrestler has been at this weight class. Noel Clavel has been wrestling at 26 most of the season. This is his first time down at 118 and is one of the toughest opponents he's going to meet all year at this weight class. Tonight he's in against the Oklahoma State Cowboy. Picks up the single leg near the edge of the mat, trips him, and gains the 2-point takedown. Clavel of Lehigh going ahead by 2. Watch the trip. He's timing the leg. Now it's up. It's up. He lifts the body, then kicks out the heel, and brings him down. Gains the 2 points.
Okay, top man.
Trying to slip that left leg in, which he likes to do and ride that way, but he's up. Now he has control.
As we mentioned, this is the first time this year that Clavel has been at this weight. Noel has been wrestling at 126, and he has a record of 7-13-1, but in the wrestle-offs held earlier this week, he defeated Ed Regan, and so now he is, in fact, the Lehigh wrestler down here at 118.
High bar put in there. Referee watching intently. Baze is a junior. Was a Big 8 champion that night, 87.
This is only the 2nd time that Lehigh has wrestled Oklahoma State, and this, of course, as Larry mentioned in the pre-match, the first dual meet that they've wrestled here at Lehigh.
And a reversal ties it up at 2-all. Noel Clavel of Lehigh had earned about 55 seconds riding time, but now it's being worked down as the Cowboy is in the riding position on top.
Last year, when Lehigh wrestled Oklahoma State,
Flat on him.
Corey Baze defeated Rick Hartman 6-0 at this weight class. Oklahoma State defeated Lehigh 23-13 last year, back in February 13, 1986.
Neutral.
Scored 3-2, escape, intentional escape given up by Corey Baze. Baze has a tremendous record of 36-2. He's a junior right out of the state, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Clavel back in, has the knee, but Baze goes back over the top. Could end up in a stalemate, but Clavel working to get it. No takedown.
He's got some time here. He's got 40 seconds to try to get that. He's got to get that head out. Masood does not concede the 2 yet. But as Larry mentioned, Baze is across the top, and now they turn into a stalemate with 28 seconds to go, with 3-2 lead for Noel Clavel of Lehigh.
On your line.
Coach Turner down on the bench. Don't see assistant coach Hutch tonight. Now headlock put back in, but Baze trying to come around and gain the situation. Now steps over the top, and he may have enough purchasing power to get the takedown, and does with 11 seconds to go. Baze of Oklahoma State now leads by 1. Has him in the tilt position if he can drive the arm through.
And the period concludes in a 4-3 lead for Baze. We'll take a look at that last maneuver as Baze moves in on the right leg.
But as you see, the headlock put in there by the Lehigh wrestler, but Baze pushes up and gets his head out of it, and then eventually works his way through with, watch his leg hook. That's the key. As soon as he stepped over the top, the purchasing power became his, and that escape gives him a 2-point lead. That's Corey Baze, number 3 ranked wrestler in the United States.
Clavel seems to have some success going in on that left leg, but he can't seem to convert it into the takedown.
Off this position, sometimes you get shrugged and spin the other way. When your head's down that far, you get a shrug. Here he goes around and gets it. When the head's down that far, you've got a little trouble. You got to get out of that situation. Otherwise, they get a cross arm drag and go the other way.
Ken Chertow of Penn State defeated Corey Baze Friday night, 7-3. That was only the second time this year that Baze has lost a match.
Well, it's nice to see George Osowski come up and buy drinks for us, Shell. Remember the night I said I'd buy drinks for the house? Well,
That's
this
right.
is it.
But that was for the house, Larry. That was about 3,000 people. You said that.
Now we have stalling on the bottom against Lehigh. We had stalling earlier against the Oklahoma State grappler.
Watch the arm.
Oklahoma State Cowboys and the Lehigh Engineers.
Watch the arm.
Oklahoma State, located in Stillwater, Oklahoma. Oklahoma University is in Norman, Oklahoma. Stillwater is also the location of the U.S. Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Potentially dangerous.
He had the left arm trapped behind him. And you can see, there's where, watch the cross arm drag now. Watch, he'll reach across. There it is. Pull that and go around. That's all it is. You keep the chin in the back of the neck, the pressure on the head, and you can work that.
32 seconds.
7-3 lead. Corey Baze trying to get back on the winning trail. He's won 36 out of 38 this season. Lost to Ken Chertow of Penn State Friday night, but in control here, 7-4.
No time advantage to speak of. 39 seconds in favor of the Oklahoma State wrestler. The orange and black. There's a spin around. Baze feeling very comfortable on his feet. The wrestler trying to step through, put Baze towards his back. Does get the reversal. At the buzzer.
9-6 as Noel Clavel looking pretty good against a tough man. Let's look at that final move by Clavel, Larry.
Puts a half. Clavel then does a shoulder roll, comes up the other side, blocks the knee right there very cleverly, traps the wrist now. Actually, I thought Baze was hanging on to his ear guard, but everybody calls them head guards, and believe me, Shell, they're only there to protect your ear, so I was very careful to say ear guard. It's not going to protect your head. It'll only protect your ear. There's a nice shoulder roll attempt.
9-6 lead now for Corey Baze, number 3 in the country. Wrestling for Oklahoma State in the orange against Noel Clavel, wrestling for the first time at 118.
Watch your arm in there.
Ed Massoud, the official.
There's Joe Ryan. I guess he put his sailboat up in the dry dock. A little too cold down there in Annapolis to be sailing.
No rest for the weary, Larry. Next Saturday, Edinburgh, another powerhouse in Pennsylvania, coming in to wrestle Lehigh.
Fighting Scots.
There you see Peter and Pat Likens, president of Lehigh University, and Mrs. Likens here as they come to, as many of you know, practically all the Lehigh University meets to cheer their team on.
One of the rare times that the entire Sheridan family isn't here. In fact, I'm the only representative of the clan. Ellen's got the flu.
Nothing there, nothing
Betsy
there.
has the flu.
Nothing there.
Mary's in Boston and Meg's in Philadelphia, so that took care of everything.
9-7 with 55 seconds to go. Noel Clavel
gets reversed.
And it moves now to 11-7.
And time advantage is definitely in favor of the Oklahoma grappler.
He'll have a point for riding. The escape now.
Move it in.
11-8.
Go to center.
Clavel has had some good success on his feet, but now he's maneuvered around. Oklahoma State wrestler trying to work up some premium points here. 13-9 has 14-9. Trying to add to it with 20 seconds to go. Gave away the escape.
Well, he's put him down on his knee, which is where he wants him, and he pulls that inside arm drag.
Well, I think Clavel had a momentary shot there.
There, he's down and again, and he's got to get up. But this would, if he slips that arm through, comes around the other side, it's a definite 2, and it might be 2 more, as he's putting Clavel towards his back. And that's it.
It will end 16-9 with the riding time. Not quite enough for a major decision. Although I think Noel Clavel, Larry, gave him a pretty good scrap here for his first shot at 118.
He did. He's tired at the end, though, with a minute to go, and maybe being down at that weight class for the first time is a little difficult.